All right, so this is the key for U4L2, and this is basically in place of me going over the problems with you in class. So, for these problems here, you want to identify, um, first of all, the operation in between here, right? Between your polynomials. This is plus, so you're adding these terms, okay? And the next thing you want to do is make sure that you know, which ones are my like terms, okay? So if I'm looking at the first term here, that's an x squared, then I have to look for the next term in here for the x squared. They have to be both the same variable and the same exponent. So x's and x's, and they're both squared, so you can combine them. So when you do that, you have 3x squared and negative 2x squared. That's basically 3 plus negative 2, okay? 3 plus negative 2. And that gives you 1. So I have 1x squared, okay? And then the next term would be the negative 8x squared. Remember, the sign in front of it stays with it. Okay, so I have negative 8x, and back here I have an 8x positive. Okay, so they both cancel each other out, so there's nothing else to do there. Right, negative 8 and positive 8 cancel each other. And then the last one would be just the number. This term here is negative 3, and this is negative 1. Negative 3 plus negative 1 gives you negative 4. Right, so I get negative 4. And that's it. Over here, again, the first thing you want to do is identify the symbol in the middle. What operation is that? That's a subtraction. Now, adding is easier. You don't have to do anything, but subtraction, you would have to distribute that subtraction sign in. So you want to distribute the negative sign into each of these terms inside. And inside there, you have these terms, 4a squared, positive 3a to the fourth, and positive 7a. So when the negative sign goes in there, I'm going to keep these the same in front here. Okay, the negative sign goes in here, makes everything in there change sign, right? So negative 4a squared, negative 3a to the fourth, and negative 7a. Okay, now you can combine the like terms. So first, I want to look at this guy. A squared, where's an a squared? Right here. So positive and negative, right? You add positive 3 and negative 4. That gives you negative 1 a squared, okay? So again, when we're doing these, it's really important that you know how to operate on these positive and negative numbers, the integers, okay? Again, here I have negative 2a to the fourth. Here's negative 3a to the fourth. Together, that gives you negative 5 a to the fourth. Okay, and then the last one, I have negative a and negative 7a. That means negative 1a and negative 7a together gives you negative 8a. And these you can't combine them because even though they're all a's, they're different exponents. So a squared and a fourth and a to first, can't combine them. So that's it. Okay. This one here, that's a that's a subtraction. So again, you have to distribute that in. Okay, distribute that into each of these guys. This, and this. Right, 3 guys get the sign. So the guys in front stay the same. Here, negative 2p cubed, negative 3p squared, negative 4p. And then combine like terms. First one is the p squared. Where's p squared? This one here. All right. So combine those, p squared and p squared. So 8 minus 3, or 8 and negative 3, gives you 5p squared. And then you do the p. Here's negative 2p. and here is the negative 4p. So together that gives you negative 6p. And then the next guy here, look, um, the 1, right? It's just a number. There's no p. So I look back here. Is there any number alone by itself? No, that's it. It doesn't combine with anything. So it stays as plus 1. And then, excuse me, I'm not even going to bother to cut that out. So you're going to get all that. Here it is. This last term here is a p cubed, and there's no other p cubed there, right? So it, again, it stays there, nothing to do, and so you're done there. You really want to put them in order, so p cubed should go in front of p squared, and so on. But it doesn't really matter at this point. The next problem, uh, here's an addition. So you don't have to do anything if it's an addition, right? You just add it straight. So do this guy, R with R. So I have 1R plus 4R is 5R. And then this guy here, R to the fourth, positive. Well, there's no R to the fourth back there, so it just stays. And then the last guy, this last guy here is this and this. So negative and negative gives you more negative, right? So negative 11R squared. Okay, the last one here, of this type at least, negative. So you have to distribute the negative sign in, distribute, distribute. So 8x stays there, plus 7 minus 7x cubed minus x cubed. Now negative goes into the negative 2, becomes positive 2. Okay, it changes the sign. And then now you combine, see 8x, it stays. There's no other x there. Now the 7, let's use a different color. The 7 goes with the 2 because they're both just numbers. All right, so here the 8x stays. The 7 goes with the 2, gives you 9. And then the last one would be the x cubed, negative 7x cubed, and negative x cubed gives you more negative. Right? Negative and negative gives you negative 8x cubed. Okay. And here, back to basic, really. You have to know what terms are. So terms is, it starts with a symbol and it ends when it gets to the next symbol. All right. So there are two terms. That's a binomial. Right? That's a binomial. Bi is a prefix. You probably learned this in science for 2. Okay. This one has 1 there. Starts with a sign and ends before it gets to the next sign. And there are 3 terms. So the prefix for that would be trinomial. And this one down at the bottom, it's just by itself. So 1, prefix for that would be monomial.